Good morning. Welcome to Letting Go in 2019. I will be sharing from this book, The Language of Letting Go by Melody Beattie, copyright 1990. Sadness. Ultimately, to grieve our losses means to surrender to our feelings. So many of us have lost so much, have said so many goodbyes, have been through so many changes. We may want to hold back the tides of change, not because the change isn't good, but because we have had so much change, so much loss. Sometimes when we're in the midst of pain and grief, we become short-sighted, like members of a tribe described in the movie Out of Africa. If you put them in prison, one character said, describing this tribe, they die. Why? Asked another character. Because they can't grasp the idea that they'll be let out one day. They think it's permanent, so they die. Many of us have so much grief to get through. Sometimes we begin to believe grief or pain is a permanent condition. The pain will stop. Once felt and released, our feelings will bring us to a better place than where we started. Feeling our feelings instead of denying or minimizing them is how we heal from our past and move forward into a better future. Feeling our feelings is how we let go. It may hurt for a moment, but peace and acceptance are on the other side. So is a new beginning. God help me fully embrace and finish my endings so I may be ready for my new beginnings. If that wasn't an apropos type of reading for me today, I don't know what is. Lost loved ones. I lost a loved one this year. I wasn't super close to him, but close enough that he was at family dinners and hanging out with the rest of us. And it's just weird that he's gone. When he was so full of life, he was so there in the moment and so loud and boisterous, and now he's just gone. Many of you know what I'm talking about. You've suffered loss. You've lost that person that was larger than life, so it seemed. You never thought they'd take their own life. You never thought a car could come by and hit them. You never thought a spare bullet could hit through the window and kill them instantly. You don't know in life what's coming your way. But I do know this, even in the midst of loss, there is hope. And you need to hold on to that hope that just because you're grieving today does not mean you'll be grieving forever, and nor should you be. If you are in a situation where you've been grieving a loss for a long, long time, longer than is natural, longer than maybe a few months, maybe a year, depending on the loss, it's time to go get help. You need to talk to a therapist. You need to tell somebody, hey, I can't let this go. I can't get over it. I can't move forward. Life is for the living. And if you're not living today because of loss, then you need to find someone to help you move forward in your life. Loss is part of life, but that's the key word, part. It's only supposed to be a part of your life, not your whole life, not your whole existence. No person should be that. Only God above should be that. And maybe your spouse or the person that you're dating or engaged to, or maybe your children, but not one other person to the point where if something happens to them, you cease to exist, you cease to function, you cease to move on. I hope you're hearing this message really loudly and clearly because we all will suffer loss at one time or another in our life. And yes, it hurts. Yes, it's agonizing. Yes, it's so painful. And it feels like you'll never move on. But move on, you must. And if you're not, please seek help. I hope this helps somebody today. Have a wonderful and blessed day. Let go of your losses when it's the right time to do so. And believe in hope. Move forward to that new thing with new hope in your heart. God bless.